Hello, welcome to resignated media. Brother Ben, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you for accept my invitation to resignated media. So for those of you who are watching, thank you for tuning in. Please start sharing the video while we start our show. Let me play a little bit music while we're waiting for the people to turn in. Please start sharing the video. Thank you so much. Let me.
Sudan na bagburu da lagit na yobubiat the panda karya watung bakanti yamuchi bengo kieti bagarenge bulai forenge bengan toye 32 state paken kugam utu wakan state paken kugam ukwe wangabre na chukuru paken kugam yamubu jalgam kichi benti no Sudan na bagburu da lagit na yobubiat the panda karya watung bakanti yamuchi bengo kieti bagarenge bulai forenge bengan toye 32 state paken kugam utu wakan state paken kugam ukwe wangabre na chukuru paken kugam yamubu jalgam kichi benti dapat Atirana bandan ram yalma naguja merga bendu wela na buddha pulun benda devutan benda tiban benda kidi dari po benda kaine manan ino Sudan benela tar pajamugo pula tangalo jaro banda Atirana bandan ram yalma naguja merga bendu wela Pulan benda, ton benda kiban, benda kidi, dari po benda kini mangan, ino Sudan, benda tar, pajamugo, pula tangalo jaro panda, ino bit bankire pakawe benda jalgaliam, benda jalai ya bendon joga tuang bagala joga chata kucui kucin kumen benda pakawe benda jalgaliam, benda jalai ya bendon joga tuang bagala joga chata kucui kucin kumen bankire pakawe benda jalgaliam, benda jalai ya bendon joga tuang bagala joga chata kucui.
Start share video, guys. Start share video.
Benda kidi, edi po benda kaine mangan, ino Sudan, benela tar, pajamugo, pula tangalo jaro banda, atirana benda ram yalma, naguja merga, bendu wele, naguja pulan benda,
All right, let me stop right there. Okay, so thank you, Comrade Mabeny Bai. Welcome to Statement Media. So, for those of you who are watching, thank you for coming into Lake State Media today. Start here the video. So, for this interview, we will be speaking in English so that the non-Dinka speaking can listen. Because whenever we speak, we talk about the issues of South Sudan, we always speak the language that everybody can understand. So, Brother Mabeny Bai, welcome to Lake State Media. So, first thing, I want to give you the floor to introduce yourself. Who is Mabeny Bai? And then after that, I will start questioning you the question that I have. So, go ahead.
Thank you, Mabeny Bai, for Abraham Mabeny Bai of the founder of Lagos State Media for inviting me to the media to talk about my decision of resigning from the South Sudan United Front /Army. Actually, Daniel Mabeny Bai next was a former Red Army. They joined the sub. I joined the SPLM in 1988. And then I stayed within SPLM as an active member in the SPLM. Until 2019, I decided to join the South Sudan United Front /Army. So that is me.
Okay, thank you, Brother Mabeny Bai. So my first question is, when did you join South Sudan United Front? Can you hear me? Mabeny, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I haven't got any. I didn't hear your.
Okay. So
question.
my first question, I asking you, when did you join South Sudan United Front?
I joined South Sudan United Front in 2018 when I was actually still here, until I went to East Africa and joined officially in the headquarters under the chairman, General Paul Malong Awan. Yeah.
So, okay, so today I read your resignation letter that you resigned from the South Sudan United Front. So what happened? Can you tell us what happened? Why you resigned?
You know, when you join the party, anybody who joined the party, especially when we joined the SPLM, we joined the SPLM with the objective that to liberate South Sudan and to free the South Sudanese to get equality, have security in the country, development, and even participate effectively in the development of the country. That was the cause that we decided to join the SPLM to liberate the South. In the context of joining the sub, we have noted a bit of misunderstanding, individual misunderstandings into the performance of the party. So I was thinking if I could join the other party, I would be able to participate effectively to pressure the SPLM so that the SPLM can speed their performance to deliver the service and to improve the political performance that each and everyone in the South could participate and be given opportunity to be the part of the development that we need most in the South.
Yeah, so I want you to explain more about the reason why you joined this the SEF in the first place, and what are the challenges that facing you within the SEF when you join and then you resign today. So what are the challenges? What are the challenges that you face in the party that lead you to leave the party?
I think there are quite a number of the challenges. And those challenges are actually in high number, which I could not go deeper to explain all of them. Seeing I have already left it, because if I went back and explained, it will be like I want the SUF to improve and correct themselves to the extent that they need to change the structure and the ways that they actually allocate the powers to their members. So I will not talk much about what is actually went wrong that I decided to leave the party, but I will actually explore a bit of why do I first place join the SUF. When I joined the SUF, I believe most of us we joined party in different aspects. First, we joined party based on who actually the chairman of the party. Second, we join parties when your groups or the people that you are having networks have joined that particular party. So I joined SUP on the course that it will actually perform outstandingly to pressure the SPLM, and so that the SPLM can actually step up on improving the service delivery and the leadership performance. But that is not the case. So that is not the case at the moment. So I believe if that is not the case, then I decided to go back so that I can go back and work within the SPLM to work with the government and especially the leadership of President Kiir to improve areas of our concern that force us to resign from the party in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah, so did I hear you right that you rejoined the SPLM party, you returned back to to the SPLM party, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I want to know more about the reason why, because I didn't hear any reason why you left the SELF. So what the issue, what the reason why? Because it's not you. I'm trying to put you in the spotlight, but it's not you alone. I see for pure month, I see many members of SELF. They are resigning from the SELF and rejoin the SPLM party. So what's going on inside the party to leave the members leaving the party? What's going on here?
I think I have mentioned that there are a number of issues that need to be addressed within the SUF. And those issues, as earlier I mentioned, that I will not go to explain all of them. But one of the things that we have realized as the former members of the SUF, there are a bit of concerns, the concern for the members that force them to leave the party. And those concerns are things that are known by all members of the party. One of the major challenges that I decided to leave the party, I was active member of the SPLM. And during that times when I was in the SPLM, I used to be playing active role in preaching the policy of the party, sharing ideas, what we need to go forward in the SPLM, and at the same time enjoy the privileges of a member. I have chance when I was in SPLM, I have chance to communicate with the leadership, and at the same time given a task, including being actually selected to contest for the SPLM chapter in East as well in 2012. And those privileges are no longer in the SPLM. The allocation of power within the SUF, within the SUF, allocation of power within the SUF are a major challenge. They are challenging members who knows what to do in the party. Secondly, we have issues of suggestions and discussings the policy of going forward. That's one of the the challenge that I decided to leave the party. Thirdly, there is a minor issue that need to be addressed, but I think it will be addressed by those who left in the party. One of that minor issue that I believe will continue to affect the sub is how people are promoted and given the tests, because the tests that are given to the wrong things.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, go ahead. You keep cutting. Yeah.
Yeah. So the allocation of tests and power and the promotion of the members that are joining the party is completely because there is no structure that guide the leadership to promote and even to give the test to the members. So the tests are supposed to be given based on the capacity of individual within the party and the file, because each and every member, when we resigned from the party, we came.
Ben, can you hear me?
So yeah,
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you cut some time, but
yeah,
let's continue like that.
yeah. So yeah, your network is a little bit rough, but it's okay. So
Girl, can you put some of the things off so that network can be active? Some of the Wi-Fi. Yeah. Sorry, but continue. Yes.
okay. So yeah. So for that being said, yeah, as you said that you don't want to mention some of the reason why lead you to leave the party. You don't want to say in public, but people are wondering. So can you name few of those? So, but I will not push you that much. So now,
The
so
location maybe.
uh,
Let me change. Let me change. Let me change the location maybe.
okay. So,
Try to change location.
okay.
Can you hear me now, Madis?
Yes.
Can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes, good. Now it's
Okay.
much,
Okay.
yeah, now it's much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people are asking you that the reason why there are some of the people that the reason why Mabeny Bai left the party is because he didn't get opportunity to be put in a position. So can you explain that to those allegations people are asking?
I think these are thoroughly allegation. True, you mentioned it. These are allegation because why I said they are allegation did not apply to any position within the party within the SUF. I joined the SUF with an intention to participate, and I did not raise my hand to compete any position in any way, whether by written or by submitting some of my resume. So I'm not leaving the party because of the position, but I'm leaving the party because of lacks of political performance and way forward. Yeah.
Okay. And what about when you read that letter? Did you notify your chairman, your former chairman?
It is a long way because when I was in Kenya, I have raised a lot of issues that are supposed to be addressed within the party. I have discussed those issues with my colleagues because when you are in the leadership, especially, you don't need always to. There are limit chance of always going to the chairman and say what you don't like. So you have an ability to discuss with colleagues and try to raise in one time or one day, so that maybe a leader can decide on what you raise in a halfway. But those are not actually been addressed, and I think they have led to this situation, this scenario.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's good that sometimes political sometimes is really right now the peace is staying, and South Sudan United Front are the members of SOMA. Which SOMA was divided into two. Now there is a SOMA 1 and SOMA 2. So, and when SOMA 2, which is for your former party, so now you left, and the rest of some of the members, they left the party. And this can be hurt to the party, to South Sudan United Front. Like I see that last month I saw in the news that some of the SOMA member they boycott the peace negotiation with the government. So now, while the members like you yourself and the rest, like I see, like a couple months ago, I see.
Madid, please refresh the screen first.
Gabriel, what did you say?
Hello?
Hello, yeah.
Madid?
Yeah,
I will on the screen the refresh. Mukota buy kitchen. On the screen the shopping.
And I think is a die.
And I die.
Die. So what about that? Is it good?
Honorable. After the
How are you?
know that the public that you must.
Okay.
So okay. So how about that?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So if this can be a blow to the party, so go ahead with that person here.
I think it might be the blow to the party, but I think it will depend to the members that are left to the party to decide and to think about it. Because when most of the members are leaving the party, there might be something that happening in the party, and that actually, if there are members within that party, it would have strengthened them to do the right thing so that the members will not leave the party. When majority of members left the parties, people like Sunday, they have talked a lot. They have explained things that need to be corrected, because when you resign and mention some of the problem within the party, the intention, if there are members, effective members, the intention there is to sit down and discuss thoroughly those problems, those particular issues that are highlighted by the person who resigned. So when you highlighted them, you will actually improve and help the party not to avoid the rest of the members to leave the party. But if the people fails, if the members of the party fail to take different step from that day, then the resignation will be continued as I resign today.
Okay. All right, let me give this floor to Brother Gabriel. Gabriel, you have a question on or comment you want to add? Go ahead. Gabriel, are you open? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, but it's not very clearly. Even the people who are listening out or watching to your interview, they are not getting all the point or all the answers from Mabeny Bai. So that's why I asking you before. So the better to refresh the network clearly. And on some of access, some of where you can miss because of the network.
Yeah, but now I think now the network of Mabeny is good. It's clear right now.
Yeah, so I move actually from the other sitting room to
the other side. Yeah,
to this sitting room here. Yeah. Can you hear me now, Gabriel? Gabriel?
Madid, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it seems like you don't hear Mabeny. So can you log out Gabriel and then
Mabeny
come
Bai,
back?
Yeah, nothing. Nothing. Gabriel, nothing.
Okay. You know, ping bay.
Nothing. Nothing.
Lan le ban ngong kide. Taban e ban team ku bela ban. Ina yana lwelwen. Ima ni na ping clear?
Nothing. Okay, I can come back.
Okay. No. Mabeny, you could ping the
No,
team.
nothing. Gabriel. Nothing.
Okay, Gabriel, Mabeny
Gabriel.
ping. So,
All right.
Gabriel.
Ini kya clear man. Ini
Okay.
kya clear ka. Ay. Amadi.
Yeah, Lord Wing, yeah, network good. Go Lord Wing. Yes. Go
Okay,
ahead.
chalo twen ka jamle.
Okay, yeah, Charlie, who you give man can but ye Mabeny.
Jam.
Yeah.
Okay.
In kan ki be mara ma.
Okay, let me play the music a little bit. So he's good. Okay, guys, start sharing the video.
Yeah, play the music better.
Gabriel, you happy with much? Okay, guys, I start sharing the video. Mabeny is fixing his network. You will be back. Okay, guys. I let Mabeny and Gabriel. They will start to check their network while they're coming back. Please start playing the musics. And also too, for you guys are watching, and if you want to join the show, I pinned down the link and you can able to join. So I open the floor for you guys to join the show while I'm waiting for the guests. I will start playing the music while I'm waiting for them. So start sharing the video, and if you want to be a part of the show, click the link and come on up. So today we are talking about South Sudan, inside South Sudan politics. So I want you to come join me and let us have a discussion. Thank you.
Sudan da bagburu da leri na yogu biat panda karya watung bakanti yamuchi bengbo
Ina pengen apa?
Aye. So you napping, man?
Ina pengen.
Okay, good. So your network are good now. So good.
Yeah.
Sorry, Madid, I think kita koilo.
Okay, so now it's actually good. So your
Yeah.
network are good. Okay, so let us go back to our discussion.
Yeah. Is
Yes.
Gabriel back?
Yeah, Gabriel, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay. I think it's
Okay.
good now.
Uga pengen kita mus?
Ina ko pinga.
All right.
I Carbino, I put the link down there so you can click that link. So you you can join the show. Yeah, go ahead.
And then just a question you Mabeny Bai.
Hello, Joro Matot.
Mabeny Bai, and I'm not surprised. Tene ke ko de tene bay wala ko kumbe democracy. Kujen ka bay wala ko wibi ka juer. Achine guy to Hiran resign from the party who you party that join. Or the change the party the equal party that join. Achine guy because lana rana nongo to no no ku below ko ke tini ke by chopping attack in the reason yen not in ko ke yo in that principle. Akalu badal ma ban time the way come on but randa. Tini ke leaders timina koja SSUF where you're doing the correction can be correct. Google can man can you be like yo. Yani yang that ibro jet be yogino yen muslim anong some more good principle. Kilibina ka ba, libina development, kubina ka ba equality, kubina ka adalo musawa, bina ka yabay ba, kibina man kan waja bela jaltine, ukoja akila duk. But aye jalab luel, aye jalab aye luel tong deni jur, gala halima taban, ga raja lekidima. Ekene, ya na chit kito Bible je na ye luel, ane ko yebon jam luel tong dena ran che dog lo ye dog bo. Cheti yebga oran kilo dubai mande ni chamar ko chi lo kule ka ke gora chi lo gor ko chi lo dubai pande yebga man ni chi lo duk yan SPLM yen party do ni yo di ror anyi ko baram men ka ku ke cha god lana ka cha god history non ku ba loy bai fa kiye ne kana en ka ne ki jak jala tingo wen ye ku yo ni da ya mi your feel to no ko ka chi yoror bir la duk wala bir reer
Rounds of addressing issues. Okay, Aping?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. In politics, there are different grounds of addressing issues. When you defected to different party, you defected with objective to bring the change. You defected with objective to inform your former party of what is needed actually to be done. You defected to give a public a knowledge that this is something that we need to change. So these are the main objectives that we defected, that most of the people defected. When we defected from Khartoum regime, we defected with objectives to get freedom, development in the source, equality where our members, all members of the South Sudanese and other marginalized areas, be allowed to participate in the government and to participate in the development of Sudan. The same to when we defected with the effective objective to see the equality, justice is served, and at the same time to allow each and everyone in the source to enjoy the cakes and the independence that we have fought for 21 years. So these are the objectives. But now, if I defected and come back, I believe most of the SPLM, especially some of my colleagues who were left in the party, realized that the reason that I defected are highlighted, and I think they will work on it to improve and to make sure they are not repeated again. Even in the leadership itself will see what I have said earlier when I resigned and what I said when I decided to come back. So the SPLM is aware of what is actually needed. And I think what we will come to do now as we join back the party, we will be working collaboratively to give or to work collaboratively to put together what we need to correct within the party. I think that will be the benefit of some of us returning back to the party.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mabeny Bai. So let
I
me.
I think you convene Gabriel Kechirikitok.
Gabriel, go ahead. Can sound a little echo, so I will mute everybody.
Okay.
Can you mute?
Okay.
So so the Kinto class can mute. So Gabriel,
no more do sound in a yakam biat bagranda be moja ya chandong but plan network le riagla karanda dong bijal kejeti tinu Mabeny Bai or ki comment the kilwell. Anyway, what they can win chalwell, who in can chalwell. They will work well in Abika can Abika correct. But amen to know especially to the young leaders who are unique to in your age, in a time and you are nearly 50 to above, or nearly 50. We nearly 50 are high leaders of the world at the moment. We are looking law, Kuban, a year wasting of time, but our own in a hope, but the leadership. Then yen and we be new or we below by. Kien Tijinjal Kujala, we my opinion, Kien and recruitment reform within the country to form different party. I can be an Bakita Yutunu, which are Yoglan, the Akigama weapon, Kagiagan Koike, Banker fight to bring the change to the country or to bring the change to the political Beirut. Ken I think I am fruit Ebroloy. Lakin Bordu Tagina Toinum, which Lababel and Taganayating, Tagacheting Winter, Pajakampal Jen, who could be a yellow where bay, Yetom don't be thought, Tagakata. Yen finally, Nidmanilek, Yani, Nidmanilek, Yani, a good time with the SPLM who are in the party don't you know doctrine. Kashi welcome back, but still we are asking all of you, wherever you are in SPLM or in a different parties, we need a change. In the in the final comment.
Just want to add a bit of reflect on that particular area of your concern. You know, when the SPLM was formed, it was formed collectively by all South Sudanese. And our objective then was actually was not entitled to anybody. It was the objective that we need to liberate the South Sudanese and other marginalized areas. After the independence, our expectation to develop the South were in the dream of everybody, starting from politicians and ordinary citizens of the country. They were thinking that we will work collaboratively to make sure the pride and the objective of forming or liberated South is fully achieved. So what I can pass to some of the young people is that we need to work together. We need to work together to bring or to correct what we need to correct within the party. because when we defected to different parties, it seemed like you go to the new party and start from the scratch. With when you're starting from the scratch, it need a time to develop the policy that can be sold publicly to the peoples. So that is how is a scenario that forced most of the peoples to hold backs and to some of the people to defect it. But we realize the best way to do it is to work together to correct our problem when we are together. That is what I think is the best.
Okay, thank you. Before I give a chance to Matot and Santino, there's a good question that Makir was asking you, Mabeny. Let me pull it up. Makir is asking you, Mabeny Bai, please, can you break it down? What do you mean by the lack of distribution of the duties within the party? So can you answer that question before I give others a chance?
Makur, that's Victor Makur. Thank you, Victor Makur, for the question. I think the distribution of tasks is very vast in my explanation, because when I explain the meaning of it, it will take a long time. So what I mean by that, in the party, people are given the tasks that they will be able to do and achieve. So that is a simple explanation of what I mean by allocation or distribution of the tasks to the members of the party. So when we are in the party, people are identified who is capable to do what and who is supposed to do what. Not just only in the party, even the ordinary members of the party. There are people who clap their hand in the party, and there are people who actually present party to explain the policy of the party. And there are people, some of the members within the party, they assemble to join and to show that they are supporting the party. So some of us have different capacity in different ways when we are in the party. So I'm one of the people who think that when we are in the party, we are supposed to be given a task that a person could be able to do and to achieve for the party. Not just only by giving the position based on the understandings of each and everyone within the party, but based on the capacity of individuals within the party.
Alrighty, thank you. Answer the question. Brother Matot, this is the chance, so go ahead. Okay, good. Go ahead, Matot.
Hello, Matot.
Yeah, thank you very much. Abu Gali have to monjang to English.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem.
In Calais, Abraham Madrid. Thank you very much for inviting Joral Mabeny Bai. And thank you very much, Gabriel, for joining us and the people who are waiting there down there. So then, before I go ahead, I'm a later on a ben koi die ku Abraham Madrid, and then ku Gabriel. Joral Mabeny Bai, one of my best colleagues. Mabeny Bai your pandin 1988 ku jeke ben yirul ku lewo jwar ku le ko lega jwar tu, and then ko yirul the same channel when I could kila by on kulero. When I could went to Bargazal ke one information. So kulelu lan wen ana gorje jammer ko la skuli. Ene kan kila ka when I could on ku bona. Ku jela lu am mi da banajal mi la skuli. The same information akila ko manyang jongle state. Kulawe mi jongle state ban and the ban we allow skuli. The same information akila ka Samuel Abujum kuler karane cho James Wani Equatoria. The same information akila ka Yusuf Pokua from Nova. So the ideas behind was can be wala anong two ideas in lo garang boren. Garang was very smart. The movement by itself I can make you. Go John Garang Jan the best way to can be movement. They are very strong. Ladim Mid Makabe could be registered under the humanitarian program. The Kinika Gam by the United Nations program ga keg anong chambia yeke ku chamkana abuga take. That was the idea. John Grant behind the movement can book in terms of food. So second idea, John Grant you need a lot did after 5 or 10 years kabua screening. I mean, our colleague on Chikabana Kwan Kulang Market, Kujelka Vivan Kenya, we went thought on Kapoda. I only ideas Kalo Grant Ben. So Mabeny Bai was my best friend when Chogyaban Yoror, and I Yoro assassin, a woman, my enemy got, my enemy taught, Kujalu, my enemy block. Would you put my boy, no in Kijal? Yin anong tong kill yin, Canana Poji. I was under training Chan Matoy Maluel. After Chinaja Para 12 years, Tomatonia Pugul, Chan Toinda Gambia. So I want a lot on Garango Borban Gula, my enemy Tarbala. Kajamayan Yogeni up, Jalo, my enemy Bula, Jara Qual from Liblip, Majala Yiru, Jayuma Benja Kalayo. This is where I met with Mabeny. So Mabeny, one of my best colleagues. So and a kuyu malawi can kadang eta kid. So Achagonia Kulwell, welcome back to the SPLM, SPLM. Jalu, you are really the Red Army Foundation Achagonia. So Red Army Ben, Wajal were on 8 years, 7 years. I don't know 12 in a Jalarandi or 11 years old. So when are you corrected in this way? The word defection, Mabanya Kaya defected. The word defection is very different in political terms. Casual defection, when you are defected from the political party and then you join the bush, you know, local full equipment. Jambalo kege then kine kinkara juer kubaba barak. So I want to correct this term defections. Mabanya was not defected. I can thank you ben kai Mabany kilo a casual democratic presentation in join. So Mabany kitinga yelo an malung ababa war through democratic process. Can malung and options. But malung we ben yal financial junub war. Can malung wer kilo malung a chiba chigel from casual terrorists. Koi went chiba right. Malung were trying to protect casual financial junub and the terrorists because you Dr. Riak, I can nowhere. They are not described nowhere. I can describe terrorists. I a terrorist organization like America 2001. So I a terrorist ke. So Malung was the option was fighting for the right of Junubi. The time Mabeny, I know. Mabeny a Chindanki Kwan, Malung was not a Chindanki Kwan. Gerald Mabeny Bai was joined Keshua Democratic presentation in Nairobi, and you will tell me if I'm lying to you. Kabag lega we koi die we koi torment. Ba lega Malung kindang kimo koi kindang takayen. A non-violence. Malung is fighting for democracy, for Junubi. But I'm now freedom. Whether you are from where you need Malung need you to be free. If you are from Denga community, Paul Malone need you to be free. If you are from Equatoria, Paul Malone need you to be free. They did not took the arm against Junubi. A casual democratic presentation in a loike. So I chila yoka fail. Quite the majority of them they are carrying guns. Quite when I more them Mabeny came back to Australia. to come and join his family because ke wedding keeping can Junubin they are happy with the gun. Lakin Paul Malone ko kwaje yung Mabeny Bai ko and their own groups ke ga non-violence. So wedding a kajila ping. So that's why Mabeny came back and said I came back to the SPLM. So that is the SPLM because Rana bana gora SPLM can SPLM attack and then we ke ga non-violent group. So they want to talk, but the Achiala fail a camping wedding. Era when more dang and elaping. Achi wati Chilatinka Kachia fail, and then my bank came back and joined his family, and that is all. So people, being I happy to join the group. Quite when I mo Chimini Thomas Chirillo, Chimini SPLM, Chiara men the government. I quite went tar Chimina the SPLM IO. I quite went on them cook those of Paul Malone. So they are not interested to took up the gun against their own citizen. No, because in a kitchen we waiting and a kuya ma corrected wati kana kin defection ki ma bain loy ma bain kiran kila na Paul Malonga kiran kin na a democratic presentation le loy. Akira la pel kiran lu ka join. They are not happy what they say. Kan ko jam ko to kai kala yo ba ke ga a kala yo ba ya gara pat. Kwa gara cha ngwen da to gara no nim gor abaga tin mo ga no gor kila lu an ko kai gara pat. So I can't coin no get I don't then young to kaya jalmu I can't coin no kitoke. So what the kigala yoga ya got a pot kwaya jalmu can we be low you can come back and join your family because you know being actually good democratic presentation. I go to a winner real. Can we be malung low come bany by other group and then they have to come back and join the army. So and I would like to correct that one can be did it. My bank and enough, my bank full malung and enough. Because their colleague enough. Because that koi for a democratic presentation, koi when Jamano wa bukini Junubina buluoi. So because I don't know, Kimin Salva Kir government ku Dr. Yag movement ke anna koi kuchiran jika pink ngubi loy Nairobi. Maga ngaga jala and then the chipping Junubina ngubi loy. So in kind of you corrected in Gabriel ku yin Abraham ku koi ping oben. So I catch all defection Mabeny Bai can dank to move be defected against Jinubin when it in Paul Malone. I call it democratic society. Kukiye kulwela ki Jinubin quick. Can we be low in Nairobi? Can one big girl? This is my correction and this is my understanding. We wati. So in a Tidian Canada is in assassin. Kutino tichana kwelwe ma yalwe than tor Jinubin nim. Kabiran ben lwela gulan ma ben naran kimoy kubelega nga kimo ben moy. Ko tien lu den kelwel ka ba ja benera ndaw ko lu am pol ma longa na ran kino fi junub ko biran ja ben la ko ran de ma to you are lying to us ma ban cha defected ko cha join pol ma longa ko ci kana no ki ba explain but my understanding ko ke a democratic presentation a cultural free they are fighting and for the right of junubi but I can't fail a change ka ping can we be low. So I can support around the world. I can support within the young community, and we be low within South Sudanese community. Sorry for that. I can support, and we be low, and then can be a band by a pandemic. Kabania tinga kiti kala work a good with the fall malora na umida umid kamuk. Mabeny Bai can yali bleda na umid kiti ke bela ben mit ke kamuk. Because you know been a cheap educational freedom. Because I are fighting for the freedom of Genovi. So in my understanding in Abraham kuyin Gabriel wa matke kiban in kidiyam kuyin obayin chale achi junubin chila kwe we ko jama o waye kadang we ko jama we junubin piangeten wo let us join together ku kuma buwar hukuma Salva Kiir a violent ku movement of the SPLM IO buwar ke guy a waste of resources a waste of life. Quick, can we back low? I appreciate you. You come back and join your family. You know, we not leave them alone. Can be Kirma Yadit, be follow up. Could a nature Dr. Yamachar be follow up? A good man be kill solution be kegalayo. Because they are denying culture democratic process. And we be low. The freedom of all Genovine. I keep guy. Kuluana koi nok, Kagalu, we can follow up. Achi jamana baile ni kinyar and then democratic people like Paul Malong and Gerald Mabeny Bai plus other groups, and then you have to come back and join your family or your parent. Take a yenti. Yeah, I appreciate that and thank you very much. Can
Thank,
you but my correction, Ban Lord.
thank you, Matot. That's a very good correction.
Mm.
Mabeny Bai, I will give you a chance so that you can respond what Matot say.
Mm. Thank you, Gerald Matot, for the explanation. I think this is Gerald Matot views on the situation. In fact, we try to form a party that will compete with the SPLM with the objective to bring the change in the country. But in that process, we seem to be very slow, and I think that slowness is actually taking a toll, and that is why some of us decided to reverse and return. At the same time, we have seen that most of our interests, they are based on negotiation, and if everything is based on negotiation, then there is no need of being in the bush. So we should come back in and negotiate if there is something that need to be negotiated with the government. So thank you, Matot, for the explanation. I appreciate that. In fact, I did not defect it. I did not defect it to the bush, but I joined the party, the political party, the South Sudan United Front. That is the party I joined. I stayed in it for a year and a half with the objective to develop the policy and to create the way forward where the South Sudanese should also participate the way we want it or the way they wanted to see themselves being served. But that is not the case. So we have a lot of things that we need to talk about in the political arena of South Sudan. Yeah, Gabriel.
Okay. Thank you. What? Okay, let me give the rest of the guy haven't spoken. Santino Major, can you
Gabriel
hear me?
and
Gabriel.
Yeah, yeah. Shukran, Madid. Mabany Bai. And actually, you know, I think we would not like to go behind like the way explanation is coming up. According to what I know, wherever I start before, in a democratic countries, you have a right to resign from the party and join another party. This is a word deal which I can't do to enkene. Because you live in Laran Kene, a chair defect or a share split. A year resignation in a gamin and a chair resign from the party, particular party daddy. Or an Chibella Jal, Killa Nankoli, Killa Ganao, Bigilla look, Legidok chain, Kinele York, Dog party, Dugle Lok and share resign, when you kill a dog in the party at home. Because the party, a jog in your political. Yeah, and you're jogging your political plan from the beginning. Yeah, in Russia, Daira, hata maina badila boy in that age. And it went in kitchen well. Ima le neya bitadam parties. Let we be sincerely. Party, a chan party are afraid again and out of the country is mean that in the end, a jitolia defect, a jitolia opposition. Wherever nong dang wala chin dang, a career tene, and on kichi request, can you protect? Because we have seen General Paul Malum, a former chief of military chief of staff. Yani kuye na hijal, pongodiye logos bitat hakuma, leather hakuma, aye kala user here, belmana kuye matolele and military or a weapon achinyai, belmana is still angorong hoping yen bugur weapon ben kabay dato bilwel kubi change bay. Kena chukujai. For their town today. You understand. But the will of the members, keeping yin, minima jelin where jelin jamari, ko ba raman ba blue process ta immigration for education ko better life for your family ko jaba lo ku jata kana to bal lui ba panda e yen kin jalo ku jarar la present ke ku unta banu queen ye human beings ye change ye bay kadi in the country yen kin jaban du gwar bin la lui ba akaji yo pipatel ki jana ngwan ban ba fati jidit kina ba join achan ko bu change loy is enough your explanation for resignation letter do enough actually been losing more question but I can be work muslim boga ko yuna ka dai fi network bu ka yegina wo ga chilki chuga chimini yit dinga for babun chilwel wada to garet lakin a chibe kula te di gidan dat a jirane lele na ya jalmo the different things ke ga yoror e ka chika for dud kulela na lawyer lakin anon ka den chika jor e ka chika yang den na chi lo yang e bala yit kule yit ki nin ko ke ne ko to yer a che yi blem e yira chi yit ne e yira ni kudu yidi ku yede le bila du kula ni be yit kana ke ka ga mafur biya le tieni jamun ana dinga forbab fa o ku yiku dor ko bi lo ay bla twen ti chi wer la du ku yena nong triga bin waka no we ko to yer muk danga ban or ko chila yer out of the country bila duk bai ku ba bai ban loy ko ya marap ba ka bai pan duan ku lo ka bai pan duan ene shi in muhim big bit ku generation ko bi be ban ocho bi be nya pir ka ji be pir duan lan we ka man wa ji half of your life a chi to le re ko lo ay ko ta twen wodi yen chok pe kede ku bu dai
You know, Gabriel, there are things that we need to talk. There are things that we need to talk in our dialogues. And there are things that we need to talk in English. When we explain things in English, there are areas that we reserve to explain much. And when we talk in Denga, there are words that we can put in, and in some sense, you can just put them aside because you don't need to respond.
Okay.
You don't need to respond to all of the what has been said by the members, whether in the podium like this or in face to face, because the way we express ourselves is different, and that is how we supposed to govern it ourselves. Because when you immediately respond in kind, it might take you to different route in explaining what you intend to explain. So what my thought said is his feelings. I mentioned. You remember when I respond to my thought explanation, I said that is how my thought think about it. But there's way also the way we think about it, and in term
It's
of
a different.
in term of armed revolution, or in term of political ideologies, because some of us are using ideology. I might be talking using ideology in some sense, or I might be talking using power of arm in some sense. So we need, if we are in a forum like this, we also need to know what are we using here. Are we using political ideology? Are we using to show the public that what we need is to address and tell them exactly what is happening? Or do we need to tell them so that they can even understand themselves? So we have flexibilities on how we address our issues. So don't worry about what is happening, or don't worry about whatever is happening in the party. The fact is that I resigned because I have seen the slow political performance within the sub. That's why I resigned, so that I can return back. Because I was thinking that you mentioned it clearly. You mentioned it clearly that Daniel was thinking that if he defected to or join other party, he will have chance to play active role of making a better policy, or a possibilities of producing ideas that will be quicker to give the public chance to gain trust to the leadership, or to join the party that we have joined. But if those are having a bit of difficulties to go forward or to achieve, then some of us will actually return back, as Matot said, because when you return back, even though I took the arm yesterday to shot people in Juba or to fight in Lagos State, I will still come back. You know, I will still say tomorrow or after tomorrow, I give up the fight and surrender myself to the nearby, like, station. That is how revolution arm work. But if I also captured and raise my hand up, then still I will be accepted, and people will look into my record and see exactly what are my interests, what do I need. If those actually seen to be threat to the security of the country, then people will actually base their decision on what they have seen and what they had. So it is not about anything, but it is about what I have observed, because my ideology, political ideology, is different. It might be different. I might be look like this, but I might be using different ideologies politically. Maybe in some terms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Let me give others a chance, Santino Majuro and Chilwell Achol. While I give you guys a chance, let us speak in Arabic and English so that the
There are,
you
anybody can
yeah.
speak in a language that necessary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
when you are doing good, you speak in English, so that's good. So the rest of the let us try to speak in Arabic or English so that
Yeah.
the non-Dinka speakers
Can understand. Yeah.
can understand us.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Santino, you're welcome, and if you can hear me, and Chulel, welcome. I mean, Chulel, welcome to the State Media. So Santino, go ahead.
Awal
Santino.
nahikum, nahi brother Mabeny Bai,
Mm.
brother Madid, Gabriel, Benjamin Matot, and others. I share nanan bagulu ana بتكلم عن مواطن بتاع جنوب السودان. ما عندي علاقة خالص أنا سياسة. أنا بعيد عن السياسة أساسا. أنا مواطن جنوب السودان. الشيء ده أنا بنقول زي ما أكون مبني تعدز بيو في أشياء أنا المواطنين شايفينهم من كان في البارتي أو ناس تمردوا. المواطن الجنوبي عنده نظرة خاص وشايفه ساميه والعسل. ليه أنا بقول كده؟ General Malone is the best guy في وجه المجتمع الجنوب كله. فترة ما تمرد الناس أكل نظر منه، لأن اللي بول مالون لعب دور بارزا في ذاك الجنوب، خاصة المجتمع الجنوب والمجتمع الدينكا. إذا كان وقف في المنصب مشى قاعد في البيت وجاء وقت بتاع الإلكشن، بول مالون كان من ضمن الناس كان بيفوز بالأغلبية. الناس كله كانت تمردوا أو انشق من الحزب للحزب. كان نفسه العناصر كان شغالين مع حكومة. من ما فجأة وقفوك من منصب انت بتشيل سلاح بتاعك وتمرد. وديل أساسا مرفوض في دولة. إذا كان ده تقدم دولة سيئة عشان انت تعمل تغيير، لو وقفوك من الشغل امشي اقعد في بيتك وانتظر الزمن الثاني. مواطن وداد مواطن بشوفه قال ما بيشوف ده هو شايفه كثير. إذا جاء الانتخابات انت بتمشي تقدم وتعمل تابية. أنا السياسة بتاعك، والسياسة بتاعك ده إذا بينفع للمواطن بديك صوت. لكن كون ما أنت تشيل سلاح وأنت كان شغال مع حكومة ما في مواطن تاني بجيب مع زول because انت شايفوك انت اساسا تمرت عن المنصب مو تمرت عن انت تعمل تغيير للمواطن الجنوب على النظريه انا كالمواطن بتاع الجنوب انا بتكلم عن كالمواطن الجنوب انا ما بتكلم عن السياسه انا بوليتيكال انا ما سياسي فاذا كان بول مالون رجع من الدوله بدون ما يقتل واحد من مواطنينه نحن بنرحب به اي زول رجع في النهايه بدون ما يقتل الزول يعتبر زول ده وهي بين الوطن من يسين انت تقتل لك كل المواطنين وتانا تجي تقول قال ده تعمل تشين ما في زول بيجي معك حتى لو بيجي رئيسه تبع لسه الناس بيجيب جدك بيكون ما عملت تشيك كويس للمواطن بتاع الجنوب فانا بنرحب اكون مبني اذا بول مالون رجعت نحن بنرحبه كمان ويجب يجدد العلاقة بتاعه مع مواطن بتاع الجنوب لأن إذا كنت بتمارس السياسة بتاعك داخل الدولة المواطن بينظر عليك وبيشوف زي أنت زول داير شنو ممكن داير يعمل شيء كويس للمواطن إذا جاي تقابل ممكن يفوز فأنا بنشكر لكم كله أكون مبين وبول مالون إذا رجع في الدولة لأن اللي أساسا يا جماعة أنا بقول كلام ده ليه الدنكا ما هو واحد والناس واقفين ضد الدنكا بسبب نفس السبب اللي عند الشيء كير ده نفس الزول الجاي بيجيب ضده نرجع كلنا نصفى الناس القديم ونكون في صف واحد للأفضل ده رأيي أنا بتكلم كالمواطن بتاع جنوب السودان لأن حركات المسلح ده ما بينفع برجع الدولة لورا من السنة ده تقدم لقدام ناس لسه برجع لورا وشكرا لكم.
Thank you, Santino. That's a good word you put. So, Mabeny, do you want to respond or?
To Santino, Majur. Thank you, Santino, for the very encouraging advice and welcoming back. Look, you know, when people defected Santino, many people defected with different concepts and different principles at the same time. One of the principles most of the politicians and people who question the government, they question actually to make sure the publics, the general population, is actually fed, is getting service to the government. That is one of the objectives for some of the politicians. Second to it, other politicians, they defected with the doubtability that there is something that is going wrong within the party. So they believe that they want to correct. They want to correct that. So that is another problem, another scenario. Another scenario within that, for most of us, when we joined person like Jordan Paul Malongawan, you know, Malongawan is a good person. And in politics, because I a bit spent time here in Australia, and I've studied political science. In politics, when you raise your hand and another two people raise their hand, although you have right things or you have right ideas, you need to listen from those two. That is what we call a modern politics, the contemporary policy of civilized society. So you need to listen and accept the fact that you are one, and two, you should listen and correlate with what the two people are saying in regard to your opinion. So that is also one of the major challenge that challenging South Sudan, because South Sudanese, most of the general population, they're not even aware of what you are saying. And I think you are aware of what you are saying because you have been in these countries, and you were working with the government in Sudan. You have basic knowledge on what is your right and the right that you deserve to get from the government, and what is actually the government is supposed to do to the publics. So these two things, they are far away with our scenario in South Sudan. So we people who decided to defect in the first place, we were thinking there is something that need to even for the general public to cheer with the government. And I think if we come to the stage, all of us, if we come to the stage that we know exactly what we needed in the country. For example, if your constituency is lacking water, I think in the next year, if the election come next year, your first demand is to tell the politician that we need water in that particular area. If your location is lacking health center, then the next campaign, your first demand will be health center in that particular constituency. So these are the things that we're trying to push and to educate our publics. That is, these are your right peoples, the general population in the country. But I realize that they need time. They need time most of the time to know what is exactly their right within the country. So that is what I think, Brother Santino. And I think if you talk internally, you will realize that there is areas that you need to adjust. Although you are main supporter of the government or the opposition, there is area that you need to adjust so that you can fit each and every citizen in the country into the circle. So that is what I can say in regard to what you are saying. You have said. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Mabeny Bai, for explanation. Let me give this chance to Shmuel. Shmuel, can you hear us?
Yes, we're happy again.
Okay, Shmuel, I will give this chance to you.
And Brother Madid, so we're going to come over there. Looking at a bejam to one jango, Kaban Kajam, Tina Akati leaks. So I think Brother Santino, Chikria Jabana Chiluel. But ke jala problem and no ko jo chol junubin ke South Sudanese, all the South Sudanese. So oganong ke walo ko kuiku. All the youth in South Sudan alloy ko kuiken. Why analloy ko kuiken? A lot of the people achikan him tao tribal damage. Ujola ko tanyal kuma junubi tutu anye kilo ke. Including in General Paul Malone. Achulu junub bakan akarer chului. Achulu ya will ya governor. Kubani nyaay governor chi bi bae kai. Tian war bi ne ban nyaay kuma junubi ke yoro. Anyway, lwele an junuba be jakata junuba be jabe be ene to bini junuba be tin. Gal said that na konke bi ka kon na chi nyaay kum position ine jamani ne yoro. We have been party jala yo. Doesn't make sense. You must treat everything when we are together with the people. So can kedi direct no work junubin. Number two also, government at Junub Tinachi geography, what she election, Nelway Lana don't care, election, bo, a dog or Balago and can go back. The ping wagari alan Junubina, Chidachuet, a little job, a bit ban generation, new generation, but the check the government. Kono koti de rungi karo ngubi loika quite to I think can be okulwel o kwaje toten na kimini in brother Mabeny man in nonka kukala hoy. I think in nonka chao en get one and party one way. So and thank you for coming back to your family. Because kag junubin to be in jamani na bukiye yi jabaloy kini ci palchan baluy ka kaj. It must be right for the kin jacket ya. Kalas. Kajale alwe la an kurang ngak di dana chila yenda. But KHL use also dana bana kuikuloy. I will support ngak di the father, ngak di the wallen, ngak di the bala moy loy but the chene. A chene yen. Anonka way roda kuma jinu be man kuna jam randa use outside. Ka use to we ka nong nim loy. Ka la ro yo ga ye ka nong ni ka lo ya klo rat. Ko chin klo rat. Civilian to junub abato where to use. Abato where to use. Ko to be junub ra chopin tin. Achira nyije. So good chin brother Mabeny ku yichi la wer ku pom kita do you talk I will support you. I will support you. But ki boko roda kwa ko ngwen ko kana chin ku ko ndinongo. Aya tinga chin ku ko ndinongo. So aja ku and it be use ja good bajala la ku tawra randoko doesn't make sense. So kan ne ketendian and kita lakin jam dia bako ita na chin ka juej ba kalwel.
Yena padre brother Chilwell, good. I Mabeny in the Bajal respond.
Thank you, Brother Chilew, Achol. I think politics is a lot of dilemma. Politics sometimes is very discouraging and is sometimes very encouraging, especially when you know what you are doing. Politics also is like a road. Chilo in a ping. Hello, Chilo. Politics is like a road. You know, when you are in the village, you cannot just create a road and expect to cross the garden from your garden to other garden.
All right.
You only follow that particular garden, or you clear the road so that you can see your food when you are walking. That is the nature of politics. So there is no way that you can just create a new road without cost. You create a new road when there are possibilities of creating a new road. So politically, you don't need to just create a road, because any main road, even the government that is now in the power, can be the road to deliver the service, can be the road to bring the new policy in the country, can be also be constructed in a possible way that will suit all of us, even those who are still in the bush. Those who are still in the bush, if they are interested, if they see that they are able to walk in that particular road, then they can simply come and walk in that particular road that has already exists. So the scenario of South Sudan is very complicated, but it depends on how you see it. Like the way you see it, most of the people that defected to form the party, they were former They were former employees. They used to be employing other people, and they were employed by the leadership of the South Sudan. And after that, they decided to leave the party or to. The reason behind forming the party, it might be inadequate, it might be inadequate in delivery of service based on their understanding, because I cannot actually talk on behalf of them, but it might be because they have seen something that need to be done and they have no power to do it. That is why most of the people who were working in the government defected to form their own party with an assumption that they can do better than what they were doing in the party. So don't be surprised one day, even the president or the minister of defense will question the government itself, like what happened from Gerald Paul Malong, because most of us were expecting Gerald Malong will not go anywhere in the government, and he has sworn many times. We have heard him swearing many times that he will not leave the SPLM. But because there are areas of his concern, then he decided to leave the party. He decided to leave the
Okay.
So that is what I know in their perspective. But in our perspective here, we came back to continue and to correct ourselves within, instead of correcting outside.
All right, thank you, Mabeny Bai. So, and thank you, Shulena Chol and Satum. Kon, I cannot call you, so the link is down there. You can click the link, and then you can able to join the show. So I cannot, I don't call, so I cannot call you. The only way that you can be in the show is click the link, and then I will see you in the studio, and then I'll bring you up. So for those of you who are watching, so if there's no more, I think my interview will stop here. So I think this is we are coming to the end of the interview. So Cyril and Santino, if you have no more to add, so I would like to say thank you for coming in. So for those of you who are saying, call me, I cannot call you guys. The link is down there, and you just click the link, and that's the only way that you can be in the show. So I don't call. So this is a different system. So I think this is the end of our interview and discussion. Now, this is for the inside South Sudan politics. So whenever we see the news, something going on, we come and speak. So Santino and if there's no more you guys can add, I will let you guys go. And I will give you Mabeny Bai your last word in 1 minute, and then we will wrap it up, call it the day. Okay, Chulel.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Brother Mabeny, for responding me. Kudun Jalwell, by the way, is good. So he's right. But first of all, we see a lot of the counties who get changed. They are get changed through use, not through big people or whatever. First of all, use is need organization to be organized. But can don't be organized could be called use capacity. So it's need others people who living outside, not the people who living within South Sudan. Because quite rare in South Sudan, I think like for me alone ana chiran kan lo support bi cha lo man good rare you know bor lo la ka ya chwe ke body je kan ta ran ka okay ke ko ta you know to do because ana chi dai ka jwe lo ke including a Gerald Paul Malone a chin body la ba kan ye ran ke kana ka nga tu nga ba toy gor na cha toy gor ina mar no la ne ke le lo la na loy ti yigi loy ka chi lo chok pin look at me look at my next ana mo yi tong 2013 ina mo ja rabia chok ba rabia bur lu ro len ka bu la na rabia ba time dama na chino ban ba na chila maktam de ira na chila maktam de ro wan Paul Malone ngode chi bob jaro le sta ba kan nyoj a chin ki lo de na nga je jongong nyen kwata tin we wa cham ke a chin ko lo a chin ko kun junu bin kana e kan yo da de na chin ke chol a chin ke chol ko lo ke to ko ke to parliament junu be tin an ni ko lo ke an ni ko lo ke because a go election na cho junu bra pin a chi wi ke a go to kem ke tin kuna gor ke tikem ka tin ku yalwa lan junu ba gor be chopin ke use and be chop use and le be junu ba le be chopin Khartoum a chire jim chenya chi yo war ko chi yo to government a yo to use ku jola civilian ko chin ko ga nyin civilian a use ku dunia cha wel di nei but ti ina tinga chin kwerte gin ke mas ba ke chol ko ba credit chan ba kwar du ba ye be jongo de bediam chare ai bier on top of mo jang du tu ku ci kwar ke ina nga nyona re dina la pur kwan chan ba pur tho ba nyon ba du kien ku yande jol ku kam por kwere men o use junu be no ku e to chin yo ka ke cham tin ni jaman ke die ci to tan rando no mit ko ngong men kwa chi un kan ka to ku ma junu be ku ka yan tar ka ke ko li ke na chin ni mar ke la e ka gi Paul Malone ku te ran men ana no ran chi mo ji chat ka yo ni tar ka ge to jol mo ji chin man de to men le be ga man de to la ko kuni ci koñ mamera ne this one does not make sense non junubin kuna ci opal ke chol tribal de mo use junub ke lo la raga ne kan kwane kan ku ci en kon pol ke junub a ci pat ku da man cene jato real cin ke ben yotin ke bera jala chopin so ke en kan ne kidie I think ne kidie ne Martin kwana ba ko itan
Gayena Padared Chilwell, very good your input. So Santim now you by add so I can give the chance to Mabeny Bai so we can close.
Taban kala balle ko kala atim tin wet ko lorat pe junu ajele bi chalo lana kuma ndo ka yene to karana kitab ban le yana le ka ya lana politic kira lo pe junu mo bani ala kalat iza kana yi ndi politic lo ala gabaliya kwana ngai tong ko to nan ka ci ga tin kara yi tin ka le bi ka pol bi ko yi ni ne da to yi ni gabila kini na yo yendu ko bini se bi kidi de chal gabila bi no ka chan ke wade rando ka bata bu ko ga gabila men ci men lo ko ga gun ma ke chal gabila be kan to ko ba den bu ko jallo ke ke yi le yi ci kan ni ene kriye ban ra kriye ban ko do ro ye chol tribal kene e kriye ban ye ra war ko no ki re de ke jaay jaman bre re to ji riel ni bi kam palat patara den kene bu kum tina lay te ka bad ban ka yen ina la chweta a ci banyi je yen ci chweta wala ka ri chwet okay yimbla chwet ket noran dunyi telemban baden ran kene kata gable bi change be lakin kuna ye danga jumo ko gu 21 years ko be bentan ben 10 years or 11 years bi be bentan mo tan go ali ti mo tan le ken go wa le be ko ci ko ci ke ati le be ko ci ke ay gan wer kana ci kite ku ci a ca yen ñoo yon lo ko di ban no yi jenta po le bala ñu mo tan de ye ko foti ban ba ci ban ba be ben juersi kana re ko bala ken ko dai mini set banang mi kila kama amat ala ti daman de ko en mo tan ken en dogantin ku lo ana na ko yi ben ruwa na yi ba ko ay kwani kan ballo jadi modern abiting nga biya mustahik baden diran pe ben lo bechani ni bitin ke kan be ben lo tab kiri chikre de na ci bera ci janyal a ci tub de lo lakin am jabe ben ken ta ga yaran mo wata ka tawo mota ni ka dang kin wer ne julo mena ka dana kan na ca jala ro ku jula ben ni ke ni bi moy ko ku ni bi ben ro ni bi ta man sabe aran ci ken le bulu ka mota ni le bulu ka mota ne masla de na lo kan ay wo mota ni na ay wo again wani kile be na ay siya tara na kile blo woni because ina sasa na chiwon yot kere ye chol kete minister bu ko kwancho ku bu leader bu tik na jal la dal kir be la jal ke ngam ban tin tin to ki tin ken e ken di chiwon yin kan yet tin wa kun ju ko kana siya ta dalwa pe bu chen mi kila ka gabail ko wal no mi kila kan wal no ko mi kila ka ku ko to wal no ko mi kila ku chulu ya in ko jo ko sim kon kulu yoksi abe kin wa kal tum nyen be atong lo be yi tong kwa yo do kwa la du kwa yo do kwa ai de pe kwa la ten izip kina de pe sin ku lore izip kine a jele bi la lo yi kitade yi member de because yana yo yi zato de be yin la du kula na du yi dun tere ayin zato ngori che ka ngori kin ne a che confident no yin because yi ni ci jal ku bela ben ku do gete bo be ben du tani ka ale ku bu ko polo go ogyono bi tikina resign tikine is ko titin ka kinu a ke mata ina ku dogi kien ku lo resign ku nyuwa ku dai wa yin ke jale zibe rerbes ka ja da yin citizen da yin ai rana da yin ko da tagin be benti ne ran kene kana ne kala go balla go mo jang be zat ake wad ma wa ma bany bai wala kita pol malo ai je yin mo jang yo jamana bi odwe ni mota na biya gane yin ko da yin yi ne ya kudun lo ko ke kin mota we wa cha kale kuna cha ko we mo jang ka pal ke nga bi ke jalal de di jeto thank you
In a padare children, brother Santino. So, gratulate. Thank you so much for coming in. So, Mabeny Bai, I will give you your last word to put it in.
Thank you, Abraham Madit Majak, for invitation to the Lagos State Media. I thank all the members who came to listen to the interviews, and also I appreciate your report that you have put to make sure that you speak to us always when we have issues of concern, like political concern like this. What I just want to recommend our peoples, there is no a country of tribes. There is no a country of tribes. If we want actually to go forward in the South, if we want to go forward, then we should unite it, all of us. We should talk in a way that will unite us, despite whether you are from Equatoria, from Nuer, from Denga communities. We should work together and address the issues that we need to address to make our country a better place to live. That is where we can simply gain trust among ourselves. In fact, all of us, we're fearing each other. We're fearing, Denkas are fearing, Nuer are fearing Denkas, Equatorian are also fearing both of them. And I think that always I put that particular scenario as fear of an unknown, because I always write it as a fear of an unknown, because when you are suspecting person to be threat to your life or to your interest, before you have actually seen the evidence that this person is threat to what you want to do in the country, that would be the mistake, because you can make a mess before you know exactly what happened. you can also kill other people who might be your supporters on the other side of the line, on the basis of tribes. So tribes will not go anywhere in South Sudan. But let us agree that our tribes remain as a tribes. We can remain in our tribes, and we can work for the country, for the unity of the country, and for the policy that will unite us all, because we need each and every one of us to have that country, because the very important part of liberating South is to be an independent state where each of us will actually work to see themselves, because when other people are working for you, you will feel down that these people are not even doing enough. So what I can put across, Madid, I call all upon the youth to unite it across the country, put aside some of their differences, and work together with our elders, because there is no any community in the society without the elders. When you are changing your father, or when you're changing your father, or when your father delegates you to do the test, it will be after that your father trusts you, that you are unable to do that particular test. That is when your father will say, Mr. X, can you go and do this? That is a format test of continuing to be doing that particular job in absence of your father. You see? So we need to collaborate and work together. And I thank all of the audience who have joined the live video. I thank also some of your staff who are absent in the forum today. You people, you are doing great. You're doing great for the community. You're doing great for the nation, because this is how the new country begins. What you have started, sometime in the future, 10 years, 15 years later on, this media will be something else. We will come in when we become really old men, and we will actually appreciate Madid and tell the public that this is how it was found. Thank you very much for invitation.
Thank you,
brother.
Thank you, Mabeny, for accepting our invitation, and also thank you so much for explaining the reason why you resigned from SSUF, and every South Sudanese now they understand. So for those of you who are watching, thank you for watching. We will see you again next time when we have the show. So Shilwela Chol and Brother Santino Majuru, and also to Benjamin Matot, I thank you for coming in, put your input. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and evening wherever you are.
It's your boy, I give him that thing. Pancho legs stay, Pancho legs stay, Panchi America. Banyi dwell, Banaban walk on the lake, Kankaro water no watching. Oga level leg, Juir, Pow, Garay Lake, Panda with Yay, Panchi America. Panya dwell, Vano, Chingatongo Pandon, could you ever buy a check out? Papu Panda Juru. Panchi America, Panji Dwal, Panapan Pancha Legs.